What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Weekly GCap, the only source you'll ever need to catch up on all the gaming news from the last week. And as always, feel free to use the chapters or the timestamps down there on the time bar to skip to whatever stories you're actually interested in hearing. There's not a ton of drama to go over today, but there's still a lot of exciting stuff regarding new releases, so stay tuned. First things first, let's go ahead and go over all the major game releases from the last week. So on October 25th, we have Atari 50, the Anniversary Celebration Expanded Edition, man that's a mouthful, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Sonic X Shadow Generations, Yeast 10 Nordics, what an awesome day right there. And then October 24th, we had Cabernet, Cart NCL, Flint Treasure of Oblivion, Orange Season, which was available before but is now leaving early access, Romance of the Three Kingdoms 8 Remake, Romancing Saga 2 Revenge of the Seven, Slay the Princess The Pristine Cut, and The Smurfs Dreams. Then on October 23rd, we had Wilmot Works It Out, and that was the only game that released that day in terms of major releases. And then October 22nd, we had Alan Wake 2 The Lake House Expansion, Batman Arkham Shadow, which is a MetaQuest exclusive, Fae Farm, which was available before but is now going to other platforms, Fear the Spotlight, Potionomics Masterwork Edition, and Wildermyth Console Edition. Next up, moving out is free on Epic Games. This will be free until October 31st, aka Halloween at 11 a.m. EST, so you might as well redeem it because there's no better price than free. Next up, Banjo-Tooie was added to Nintendo Switch Online. This coming from Nintendo of America on X. Quote, "The Bear and Bird are back. Banjo-Tooie is coming to Nintendo Switch for NSO plus expansion pack members on October 25th. Are you ready?" End quote. So there it is, Banjo-Tooie, an absolute classic right there. Banjo-Kazooie has been on the service for a very long time now, so it's a little puzzling why it took this long, but I'm just happy that it's finally on there. Next up, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection release date was announced. Man, this is a nostalgic one. This is coming from Konami. Quote, "Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection is packed with Yu-Gi-Oh! Video games from the early days of dueling. Available February 27th, 2025. Then they have a list of the games included, but it is worth noting that this is not a comprehensive list. Apparently there's even more that they have to announce yet, which is insane, but those are as follows, for now at least. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters 1 and 2, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Duel Stories, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters 4 Battle of Great Duelists, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters 6 Expert 2, Yu-Gi-Oh! The Eternal Duelist Soul, Yu-Gi-Oh! The Sacred Cards, Yu-Gi-Oh! Rechef of Destruction." I was getting my tongue a bit twisted saying duel so many times, but apparently there's even more games that have yet to be announced, which is, again, insane. But some of the other features include online battles, ways to unlock all the hidden characters and cards in-game that would have required additional accessories back in the day, such as like the one infrared sensor and such, rewind or fast forward gameplay and quick reset duels, and box art and manuals from the original versions in the digital gallery. So a lot of exciting stuff, a lot of exciting extras and goodies in there, and I've been loving these. They're not exactly like remasters or remakes, but they're literally just like straight up ports of old school games. We saw something similar with the TMNT Cowabunga collection, that was a great collection of some classic TMNT games, and now Yu-Gi-Oh! Is getting that same love, and this is just, this is awesome. This is obviously a day one physical pickup for me, and I am so excited. Next up, the Spider-Man 2 PC release date was announced. This coming from PlayStation Blog, quote, "Marvel Spider-Man 2 is officially coming to PC. Our latest entry in the critically acclaimed Marvel Spider-Man franchise arrives on PC January 30th, 2025 via Steam and the Epic Games Store, available to wishlist now. 2 edition of Marvel Spider-Man 2 will be available when it launches on PC, including the Standard Edition and the Digital Deluxe Edition, aka DDE. Players will also have the option to upgrade to the DDE content, similar to our upgrade paths on PS5. Here's a quick breakdown of what's included in each. For the Standard Edition, you're going to be getting the complete game, all the latest updates since Spider-Man 2 launched, including 12 new suits, New Game Plus, Ultimate levels, new symbiote suit styles, time of day options, post-game achievements, action figure mode and photo mode, and screen reader and audio descriptions. And then for the Digital Deluxe Edition, you'll be getting everything that was listed above, as well as 5 suits for both Peter and Miles, so 10 in total. An early unlock for the Arachnite suit for Peter, an early unlock for the Shadow Spider suit for Miles, and an early unlock for the Web Grabber gadget, plus 5 skill points, and additional photo mode items. So a lot of goodies no matter how you spin it. Get it? Spin it, because we're talking about webs, and it's Spider-Man. Okay, anyway. But, this did seem like it kind of threw some people off online, because like, isn't this a bit soon? But it's really not that soon. Usually these PC releases happen about 2 years, sometimes not even 2 years after the game's release, and yeah, this lines up. It's a little less than 2 years, like what, 13, 14 months, something like that after the game initially released. It's not that far off, so I don't know. I think it's just one of those things where people were kind of panicking and racing after all the clicks and views and such online as usual. But yeah, it's falling within that typical time frame that Sony would release a game on their console and then push it to PC. So again, really exciting regardless. It'll be really cool to see all the usual screenshots of people maxing this out on their Ultra 32:9 screens and the 4K, 8K resolutions, 120 FPS with ray tracing, all this crazy stuff. Can't wait to see it. Next up, the Metal Slug Tactics release date was announced. They put up a trailer and the description reads, quote, "It is with great pleasure that we can finally say mission start on November 5th. And that's not all. Metal Slug Tactics will launch with long-awaited reinforcements, the legendary Ikari warriors Clark, Ralph, and Leona. The game is available to wishlist now. See you on November 5th, end quote. And that's really all there is to it. I've talked about this game many times before, anytime we've heard more about it. I love the Metal Slug series, whether we're talking about the classic arcade games or, you know, stuff like this that I'm really looking forward to now with this sort of spin-off with Metal Slug Tactics. Super excited, only a few weeks away, day one pickup physical for me, no questions asked. Next up, the Monster Hunter Wilds open beta was announced. That's coming from MonsterHunter.com. Quote, "A Monster Hunter Wilds beta test is confirmed. An open beta test, aka OBT, will be held to let people try the game prior to its full release on Friday, February 28th, 2025. Players who participate in the OBT will receive a special bonus which can be claimed in the full version of the game. We hope you consider participating. The purpose of this test is to allow players to experience a limited portion of the game and also to verify various technical aspects such as network load and overall operation prior to the game's release. Please note that the final product is still in development. Certain aspects such as game specifications and balance may differ in the full version. We are committed to ensuring the quality of the final product," end quote. So this is really cool, and again, it's an open beta, which means really anybody can play it. I was not expecting it for this game since Monster Hunter is one of those games where, you know, it's not like your average Call of Duty thing where you expect a beta before it comes out, but the fact that we're getting one is really cool. So I'll definitely be diving into this one to try it out because I'm really excited for this game. Obviously, the full game releases February 28th, as they mentioned, but doesn't seem like there's a date here for the beta. So as soon as we know more about that and we get an official date for when the beta is happening, I'll let you guys know. Next up, Black Myth Wukong physical pre-orders are available now. That's coming from Gamatsu. Quote, "PM Studios will distribute the newly announced physical edition of Black Myth Wukong for PS5 in North America, South America, Europe, Australia, and New Zealand," the company announced. It will be available soon via the PM Studios online store and various retailers such as Amazon, Best Buy, and Video Games Plus. It's worth noting that this article was written before the sales went live, and, you know, by the time you're seeing this video, you can go and pre-order them from those retailers. The physical edition will include Black Myth Wukong on game disc, as well as a voucher code to redeem the following content from the game's deluxe edition: a weapon, some equipment, special armor, a curio, as well as selected digital soundtrack. And it's worth noting that it's available to pre-order now for $64.99 USD, but there's no release date on when this will actually be shipping or, you know, when it'll be available, like, you know, retail-wise. So it's an interesting situation where, yeah, you can pre-order it, but it's not exactly clear as to when we're going to get it. Sort of similar to like a limited run situation where you pre-order from them and then God knows when you'll see it. The only one I could find was a generic placeholder on GameStop's site that said New Year's Eve of 2024, which obviously isn't the actual release date. Like, why would it release December 31st? So, and that's typically like the type of placeholder you'll see on sites like that when they don't have an official date to actually put there. So once we get an actual date, I'll let you guys know, but at the very least, you can pre-order the physical edition a while. Next up, a new Xbox wireless headset is available now. I just wanted to highlight this just because, you know, it's a cool accessory and, you know, it's an officially licensed Xbox headset. So yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of you out there that are interested in something like this. I know a lot of people take their audio seriously. This is coming from news.xbox.com. Quote, "We've refreshed the Xbox wireless headset, introducing key enhancements to elevate your audio experience to new heights, now featuring Dolby Atmos at no additional cost. This updated headset delivers immersive spatial audio that brings games to life in vivid detail. We've also improved the battery life, offering up to 20 hours of playtime, upgraded the microphone with enhanced auto mute and voice isolation for crystal clear communication. It now features Bluetooth 5.3. Combined with its all sleek, all black design, the new Xbox headset remains an essential addition to any gaming setup. This headset is also compatible with PC and mobile devices, of course. Plus, with Qualcomm X5 Gen 2 technology, you'll enjoy ultra-low latency wireless connectivity for smooth, uninterrupted gameplay. The new Xbox wireless headset is available now in select Xbox markets worldwide for $109.99 USD. Visit Xbox.com or your local retailer, including the Microsoft Store, for more information," end quote. So again, just wanted to highlight this because, you know, for me personally, I don't like using headsets and headphones too much just because, you know, I don't know, there's something about it, my head's just kind of sensitive. It doesn't do good with headphones, kind of makes my head hurt after a while, even after I loosen them up and everything. Maybe it's just because I have a fat head, because that is true, but usually if I'm playing games, I either just rely on the TV speakers, or my favorite being my surround sound setup that I typically use when I'm playing games, but still, just wanted to highlight this because it's a new Xbox headset. Next up, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Xbox Series controllers and wraps were announced. They put up a trailer and the description reads, quote, "Enter the spy thriller era of the 90s with Call of Duty Black Ops 6 controllers and Xbox Series X wrap," end quote. And then below that, they have links to the controller and the wrap, with there being variations of this controller for both the standard Xbox Series controller as well as the Elite Series 2 controller, and then the wrap for the Series X. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's anything for the Series S, but I'm sure you could easily get creative and maybe take some scissors to the full-size Series X wrap if you're interested in it. I'm not recommending that idea by any means, but it's always a potential option, a very risky one at that. The wrap is $54.99 USD, the controller is $98.95 USD, and the Elite controller is $164.98 USD. This is the only time I'm ever going to say this. You might want to go with the Elite controller, and that's only because it's only, nice. I know I say only, but I mean, when you're spending this much money, it's only $66 more, but it's going to be a lot better longevity-wise because you can actually replace the parts on it and such, whereas with the standard controller, obviously, if something craps out, that's kind of it. You know, especially like if it ends up falling out of warranty, you know, like a couple years down the line, then you're just kind of crap out of luck. Whereas with the Elite controller, it'll always be viable in some sense. You know, you can always replace certain parts of it if you need to like change out the sticks or this thing or the other. It's just easier to get inside of. And the only reason I'm saying that is, again, because the Elite controller is $164, whereas the standard controller is a whole $98. So if you're already going to be spending that much on a controller, then it might not be a bad idea just to splurge a little extra so you have that infinite controller that, you know, you don't gotta worry about crapping out on you at any point because you can just, you know, fix it yourself. But then the wrap, again, that's $55. So, it's up to you. You might be better off just kind of like printing out the design of the wrap on printer paper and then applying it to your console with Scotch tape if you want to save some money, but hey, I mean, it's a cool wrap regardless. I do feel for the Series S folks, though. I kind of wish they would have had something available for you guys, but hey, who knows? Maybe at some point they'll start introducing wraps for the Series S. We can only hope. And finally, we have a recap of the Xbox Partner Showcase that took place last week. It happened on the same day that I recorded WGC. It happened like the day before the episode would have launched, though, because I recorded these on Thursday. It was a whole thing, so unfortunately, even though we're really late to this, we're going to go ahead and recap everything. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to name off the game or expansion that was announced, as well as the release date if we have one, and we're just going to blaze through this. You ready? Strap in. Let's go. Alan Wake 2 The Lake House DLC, release date, October 22nd, 2024. Chronos The New Dawn, release date, 2025. Blindfire, available now. Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, February 21st, 2025. Mouse PI for Hire, 2025. Subnautica 2, 2025. Animal Well, available now. Eden Zero, 2025. Eternal Strands, 2025. Mistfall Hunter, 2025. Wheel World, 2025. Phasmophobia, October 29th, 2024. The Legend of Babu, 2025. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, 2025. And finally, FBC Firebreak, 2025. And that's how you recap a showcase. But anyway, that is all the stories that I have for you guys this week. Like I said at the top of this thing, there wasn't a whole lot happening this week. You had your, usual leaks and rumors, but you guys know me. We don't cover leaks and rumors on this show because, one, rumors have no ground, and it's like, usually they're not even worth covering because literally anybody can come up with a rumor. And second, leaks, I just don't cover leak type stuff because leaks are honestly terrible for the video game industry. Whether we're talking about the companies trying to make money or whether we're talking about the passionate developers that pour their hearts and souls into games, leaks are genuinely terrible for the industry, so that's why I don't cover that stuff here. If you disagree, I mean, I apologize. There's plenty of channels covering that garbage anyway, so, there's no shortage of it if you really need your fix on that front. We only cover official news here, real news, stuff that matters. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, well, new episodes of WGC go live every single Friday at 9 a.m. EST, so, I'd love to have you here. But anyway, that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day and an amazing weekend. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.